This episode of On the Limb podcast is brought to you in part by Outdoor Pro Shop LLC. Outdoor Pro Shop is a family-owned and operated firearms dealer and sporting goods retailer. They have pay overtime options, a rewards program, and customer satisfaction that is unmatched. They might not be the biggest, but they strive to be the best. Contact them today at 240-360-1298 or visit them on the web. Just search Outdoor Pro Shop LLC. Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb podcast, brought to you by the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now here's your host and co-host Mike and Dan.
Well, folks, welcome back to the show. So the cat's out of the bag now. The West Virginia Division of Natural Resources is now our title sponsor for On the Limb podcast. So there you heard our new intro for 2026 and going on to 2027. So I'm trying to get my mic right here. So hello. I'm used to not being on this one right here. I got to hear myself good in my headphones. So we're coming in a little later than normal, 7 o'clock. We were trying to start out, but we had a lot of new things that we had to add, and had a little technical issue with that. We've got Dan on the line here. Dan's traveling back to work in the New Jersey. He's a co-host here on the show. So, Dan, can you come in and hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mike.
Okay.
Good to be back. I've missed a few of these here lately, but due to working too long hours is what it boils down to.
Yeah. Well, as always, we'd like to have you in the studio, but it's good to have you on the call as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad to be able to be on this one. I mean, it's awesome, huge that we can finally announce our partnership with West Virginia DNR.
Yep, sure is.
So
had got that ad created up this evening there, so we can bring in the intro for that. Got a new logo there in the top left-hand corner of the screen that you can see. So we'll be talking with the guys from Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge. We were there live at their event that they had this year at Winter Place Ski Resort in Gent, West Virginia, and what an event. I mean, that was just an awesome event all around. They put this thing together, and I'm not just saying it because these guys are in the show. We have talked about it and talked about it. These guys put on a great show. I mean, it was an awesome event. And so we're going to reveal some things this evening and actually give the date for 2027. So I'm going to tell you, Dan, if you want to go over some promo codes real quick, then we'll get into it.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, don't forget to check out outdoor-pro-shop.com and use podcast 10 at checkout for 10% off your order at checkout. Remember, we're on both audio and video versions of our podcast are now on Premier Carbon TV streaming platform. Be sure to visit troutroutes.com and use promo code NATURE26 and get a 3-month membership for free. Trout Routes is one of our great app partners where you can find new waters, new places, and new access points. We're available on both Apple and Android stores. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Carbon TV, Gen 7, Outdoors TV, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts, guys. We're there.
Yep, so this evening you're catching us live on Facebook Live, and then we're also on Rumble Live, and then we're also on Instagram. I know Jason was over here. He's like, I got people texting me, we're going live.
It wasn't just one person. It was like multiple people. Like, you said you'd be doing
yeah, when we put out times, we try to stick to the time of getting it on, but there's a lot of background stuff that goes on with these podcasts and doing different things, and we had a lot of updates to do with our new partnership. So I just got back from vacation yesterday, so I did some while I was on vacation, but I can't do the recording stuff until I'm back in the studio. So without further ado, please welcome with me Jason and Jared with Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge. Guys, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having us on the show again, buddy. You've been
man.
You've been awesome since we started thinking about putting this thing on, man. You've been right there with us.
Well, we sure appreciate it. I mean, it's great, having you guys on, and I appreciate you all traveling to come into the studio. So, Jared, you're from Beckley area.
Yes, sir.
And Jason, you're from Morgantown.
Yeah, and driving down here, Jared and I were comparing construction notes, and we decided that every inch of I-79 has a cone on it, and 77
And
and
77.
and 64
all the
and
bridges.
yeah, like I said, I was in Washington, PA today, and there's cones all the way to Charleston.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
construction.
That ain't no lie. I just traveled up 79, and he's spot on that.
Yeah. Construction going on everywhere.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. All right, so briefly, let's go over the 2026 this year Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge. So let's just touch on some of the success of the event at Winter Place, and what were some standout moments that you guys could talk about.
Oh man, it was just great. It was an awesome event, and I say that because what I saw with the competitors. I say that because of what the competitors said to me, and I say that because of what the competitors have continued to say throughout the year. One big thing that jumps out to me is that before it was even over, people were coming up to me and saying, "We're doing this next year, right? You're doing this again, right?"
Yeah.
So I took that to be a pretty strong indication that people liked it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was just excited that there's a lot of smiling faces, even though they looked at the hill at the bottom whenever they was running back down off the hill and looked at me like, I had to go up at it. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be fun. two thumbs up.
Yeah.
Make it, I promise.
Yeah.
And then I wish I could have been up there at the top to see, I know one guy said he was bawling like a baby because he just did it. That's the moments that, you kind of live for in a way, because, we put all this on and we didn't get to enjoy it ourselves. We've enjoyed competing in this stuff. So, yeah, man, it was a great experience all around. A lot of hard work, though.
Yeah, watching Jamie, we were down there live podcasting and talking about it, and we were watching Jamie climb the mountain, and he had some health issues back in 2024, and he's gotten himself, in a level of fitness now to where he can do these things.
Right on.
And, man, it was just exciting to see him compete and finish, and hearing stories from all the other guys like Guyman.
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah. Hearing some stories from him, and then just hearing stories from the other guys, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. I mean, and you sit back and you think, because we talked about this on the podcast while we were there, a lot of guys don't get around each other and talk about things like that. So when you get into events like this, it kind of gets it more into I don't want to say like it's closer.
It is, man, and this we set up this event to be a hard experience that people could share, and some of the closest bonds are born through shared hardship. And speaking of Jamie, he called me. We talked just last week, and he's super excited to compete this coming year. He's talked about what he's doing for training and how he's going to be faster. And now that was before he tried to park his 4-wheeler on his face a couple days ago.
No, I see that. I was like, good Lord.
Shout out to Jamie. Hang in there, brother.
Him and Jimmy was out there doing some scouting and hanging cameras and doing stuff, and I was like, God, y'all need to calm down a little bit.
Y'all a little too serious.
One of the things that we talk about with this event is we're reducing the reliance of people on motorized equipment, and right there is a perfect example, man. You can't you don't do that if you're hiking. But
y'all are gonna have to put in some things like the schools do, like the colleges. Like, hey, you're not allowed to go out and do this. you're getting ready to compete in a challenge here. You can't get hurt.
Well, we're 10 months out. I figure we'd be all right. But no, that's one of the reasons why I appreciate you having us on here this far out from the next event, so we can go ahead and announce the date for the 2027 event and give people a long runway to get ready for it. I think we're going to have a lot of returning competitors, which is awesome. I'm glad that people got to see what this event's about, and they got to see what kind of fitness they need to get into. But also, hopefully, we can get some new people again. And, there's a lot of information out there about the event, and I'd encourage people to dive in and send me questions, send Jared questions, and start training for it. Much like yourself.
Competitor anyhow, and Mike.
I know, that's what I was saying. Yeah. I was going to reveal that on the podcast, that we got a VIP competitor,
buddy.
for
I tell
27.
you, I've been trying. I even tried while we was at the beach, and Jason was talking about it's like 20% harder to walk in sand
Oh, yeah.
than just
absolutely.
on the ground.
100%, yeah.
And I didn't even realize that myself. I was like,
You're just a natural athlete.
That must be what it is.
Things just don't slow you down. I know something that'll slow you down. You wait till you start up Suicide.
yeah. Suicide Mountain.
It's called the mountain, not the flat beach land.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So you're just talking about the big reveal for 2027. Why don't you go ahead and hit on that? Give us the dates and location for that coming up this year, or for 2027 rather.
So looking at the weekend be the last weekend of April.
April 30th and May 1st.
30th and May 1st. Yeah.
That's the Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday again. Same. That way you can get home to your family after all your suffering. You know, but that's normally a good day. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow the entire time up there like it did last time. But
Well, let's see if Winter Place will turn those wind machines off
that's
for us.
what
That
it
had to be what it was.
Yeah, and then the snow started falling.
They turned
too.
the snow machines on too,
snow
I think.
did,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was like, good Lord.
but no, looking forward to those dates. We've talked about them several times. Confirmed with Winter Place, they're excited, wanting us back, and spoke to Josh and Zach not too long ago. Like, yeah, man, let's do this. Let's upscale it. Let's get more people involved. Hopefully, we can get more people involved, more spectators. Would love to see some food trucks, maybe next year. Last year was just trying to get everything off the ground.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be nice. I mean,
Tried to get a coffee.
loves a good food truck.
Yeah, tried to get a coffee truck, but there was none local in the area at the time. So just want to take care of people.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, and everybody gets to suffer together and have a good time.
So yeah, we want to do, like Jared's saying, we want to maybe expand the event a little bit, have some more stuff on the side. But I think the core of the event, the format that we established in 26, we're going to keep it exactly the same in 27. There's a couple reasons for that. One, it's easier on Jared and I because we've already, put it together once. But also for people who competed in 26, I want them to be able to compare their times from 26 to 27.
Yeah.
To see what a little bit of training does, and to see what, changing your diet, and to see what staying active, just to see how, just in 1 year, how much you can improve. So.
Right, yeah.
Now, all bets are off for 28, though. We might get wild with it in 28, but for 27, at least, we're going to keep it, exactly like it was in 26. So.
There's quite a few of you that have that little thing, the Mountain Tough.
Yeah.
See some of y'all using it.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been a big part of my training. I love their stuff, even though that they do kick your butt sometimes, but we enjoy that. But yeah, be using the Mountain Tough. I mean, that was huge what they did for us, and giving it to everybody that competed. So use Mountain Tough, and hopefully that will just give you the motivation to get up in the morning earlier and get out and work out, be with your family more, and so on and so on. So just come, be ready, excited. We're going to do a good event again this upcoming year, and hopefully we get more people.
Yeah, more people, more prizes, more food.
So tell us a little bit about that Mountain Tough app.
So Jason introduced me to it a while back, and it's more geared towards backcountry, I guess you would say. They do have a military training on there, for guys. What is it? There was an on-ramp for military. They were, if you was getting ready to go. They have sandbag workouts. They have full gym workouts, and then they have coached, which is one of my favorites, is doing the on-ramp. I really like doing the on-ramp, especially if I'm just getting back into it. It's 3 days for, 2 weeks, I think something like that. It's just something to get you motivated, something that you could do yourself, get yourself motivated, just get your body moving again, and they'll work the soreness out, but they'll also put it right back in. So
okay.
Yeah, if you want to increase your overall fitness, Mountain Tough's a great program. If you want to get ready for a backcountry hunt in the Rockies, Mountain Tough is a great program.
Yes.
If you want to come win the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, Mountain Tough is a great program. In fact, our champion this past year in 2026, I know he said that he felt stronger and faster than he ever had before, and it was from his free Mountain Tough program that he got. And that was another thing. I'm sorry, go ahead, Dan.
No, that's what I was going to ask. Is it a subscription-based program?
It
or
is.
free?
No, it's a subscription-based program. It costs $250 for a year. Unless you sign up for the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge this year, then you got a year entirely free. They run promotions throughout the year, but they were an incredible partner with us and jumped on board super early. I was just hoping for maybe some T-shirts, but they were like, "How about we give every competitor a free year?"
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And so we sent out a code. Everybody that registered got a code for their free year.
Okay.
And I personally know a bunch of the guys that did it.
Nice.
And really benefited from it.
Hamid had come off of knee surgery too, as well, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He had a knee surgery.
So he rehabbed off that and came and dominated. Well, I won't say he dominated. He won by like 12 seconds or so. But he still won. But yeah, great program. I highly recommend it to anybody. It's for all fitness levels, all equipment levels.
Yeah.
You can do it right here in the studio and have a completely butt kicking workout. You don't need a single piece of equipment.
No kidding.
Yeah. Or if you've got some sandbags, they'll incorporate that. Or if you got access to a full gym.
So it's kind of like calisthenics or something like that?
Yeah, but more geared towards moving weight through uneven terrain.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
A lot of walking lunges, squats.
So many lunges.
A lot of wall sits. Jason's favorite. I tend to rest in those.
I hate those. I've done those in school.
Yeah.
You think you hate them now. Wait till you jump in.
Wait till you do them now.
Yeah, doing them younger and doing them now at 44 is way different. I can guarantee that.
No,
I might stay in a wall set.
You might not come back. You might just
permanent.
You might be like one of these deer.
yeah.
But no, I'd highly recommend it for anybody that wants to come compete with us or anybody that wants to go hunting.
Yeah.
Just do it. Or if you just want to feel better.
Okay, so Winter Place Ski Resort, that's where it's going to be back again.
Yes.
So what was, why those dates that you all picked?
Well, a couple reasons there. We're trying to miss the bigger events in the region. We're trying to miss the IBO shoot. We're trying to miss TAC.
Gotcha.
I don't like ticks. I'm really not into ticks, so let's do it.
I mean, even though the wind was bad and it did snow, the weather was great.
Yes.
I mean, because I like cold weather to an extent.
Yeah, I would rather do it in the cold than do it in the 90-degree heat.
There's no.
Yeah. And I like a little bit of kind of nasty weather. That adds a little bit of the challenge to it.
Sure does. Yep. So course changes. Any course changes for 2027?
I really don't think so. I was going to add a couple of farmer carry stations into it just to make it a little bit harder, but I think we were going to keep the exact same course. I mean, right down to every right, every left.
Yeah. It worked out really well.
Yeah.
As far most guys felt challenged. I mean, some didn't. If you didn't feel challenged, run harder. Just saying. But I saw a few guys lay down on the hill, and I was like, "Oh no, am I going to have to go get them?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
But those guys were tougher than nails. They were doing it in blue jeans. So,
I seen some people doing. I was like, "What are these guys doing?"
Those two cats. That was Kevin Deck and Shane Ragland.
Yeah.
Two of my good friends. They were the first guys I ever went elk hunting with.
Yeah, Shane, he's a good dude. I talked to him several times.
Oh yeah.
Talked to him while he was competing outside, and then I also talked to him when y'all had the award ceremony. He's the one that actually won our turkey call.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Right, yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Well,
he actually picked something else up, and I think he went back and put it down and picked up the turkey call.
Okay.
So
You was talking about 27 is going to be basically the same, but throughout the evolution of this challenge, how's feedback from the competitors going to influence moving forward, like making different changes in the years to come with this?
Yeah, we're definitely going to listen to the competitors' opinions because they're the ones that are out there living through this thing. There really haven't been many like wholesale changes that have been suggested. I've heard small things like maybe a thicker rope on the sled.
Yeah.
Or one of the turns on the course wasn't quite marked exactly right. So we're listening to all that, but really there's no big changes that anybody has really suggested to us.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a couple ideas that I've always wanted to do in an event, and we're not going to do them in 27.
that'll come in 28.
Yeah, you might need a headlamp in 28.
Oh.
We'll throw that out there.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And a partner.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But as far as 27, only small changes have been suggested, but we're going to keep it basically exactly like it was. And, I've been racing for years and years, and I've always liked courses that didn't change from year to year because, again, I can judge myself. I know how I felt on this mountain a year ago. This year, man, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
And you can't do that if your course is constantly changing.
True.
So I think we'll give people that, the opportunity this year to really get a benchmark on how their fitness has increased, and then we might get crazy with it afterwards if we ever do it again. I don't know. I think I swore we both said we'd never do it again after this one wrapped up. But then
It took us a little while to get over.
yeah, that, and I think
The shock.
well, what was that? You gave me a Goodies headache powder.
Yeah.
That helped.
Yeah, you had a migraine that
and then
last
you gave
day.
me a bunch of Bush Light. That helped too. So between the Goodies and the Bush Light, I was ready to run it back that night.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
was.
did have a migraine, man. I
So-
was curled up in the floor in there.
With you talking about like 28's possibly a whole different place, would you do 2 years at a different place each time, like you're doing 26, 27 the same place?
Well-
Would you do like 28, 29 at the same place for the same benchmarks for competitors?
Yeah, that's
for those years.
that's a great point. I like that. It's going to be hard to find a place like Winter Place.
Yeah, that's what I was
because
gonna say.
Winter
Oh,
Place.
absolutely.
First of all, the people there are just outstanding. I mean, I've never worked with somebody like Zach and Josh who, they spent time with Jared and I, and then they kind of got our vision. They're like, run with it, make it happen.
I tell you,
And
though.
it's so huge. There's 330 acres there.
Yeah. So Winter Place is great, and it's perfect for this event, I think. But an alternative is also the Summit Bechtel Reserve.
If you know anybody there that would let us on the property.
The Boy Scout camp. Yep. So I think we have some connections there that we may be able to get you hooked up with.
Nice. Yeah, we'd certainly be willing to talk to you guys about that.
Yep.
And because they love events. They love doing events out there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it's there, and they're actually, they actually have different kind of events on the property for like high schools and stuff where they have proms, and
Oh,
I
cool.
didn't even
Yeah, I
know
didn't
that until this year. We had a company outing up there, and the company that I work for, we stayed there and everything like that. We had the Christmas party there, so they were having proms and things before and after that event that they was talking about while we were there.
Wow.
So
Cool.
There's some big deer over there.
yeah,
Really
there's
big deer.
there's definitely some big deer over in there, that's for sure. All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick, hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back, talk more Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge.
This episode of On the Limb podcast is brought to you in part by Webb Plumbing Incorporated, located in St. Albans, West Virginia. Webb Plumbing Incorporated has had master plumbers and HVAC specialists established and serving the valley since 1994. 30 years of commercial and residential service that you can trust. Contact Webb Plumbing today at 304-768-4324 for a free estimate or quote today. You can also visit them on the web at webbplumbing.net. Contact Webb Plumbing Incorporated today at 304-768-4324.
All right, guys, we're back with Jared and Jason. They are the creators of the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, and they have revealed the dates. So if you were listening earlier, you could have got those. But no, I'm just kidding. We'll tell them again before we get off, so don't worry about it. But no, so, 2026 was great. We talked about how we did a little recap on how that was, and so we were talking about different divisions and things like that. Do you have any changes on divisions? Like, do you think you might have a youth or a traditional or elite or a pro?
I think we're going to try to have a traditional again if we can get enough traditional guys to come out. Probably not an elite pro. I don't know if there is an elite pro group that does this. I don't know. We're we're all pretty amateurish, I guess. As far as the youth division, we get asked that a lot. And unfortunately, the insurance is just prohibitive on that.
It's tough.
As far if we were to try to have a youth division and charge kids to come out and do this, and we just wouldn't be able to do it. We're not making any money as it is, and that would make it pretty much impossible.
I got you.
And volunteers, we wanted to do more this past year, and volunteers, man, the ones that were there and then the ones that even stayed and helped, man, so grateful. But we needed a few more volunteers to do other things, the bow toss, which I'm still undefeated in.
You are?
Yeah, nope. Just throwing out. We wanted to do the elk.
He was the
challenge.
only one that threw a bow, so
I mean,
I threw one.
It was what? Almost 32 yards.
I threw one, and it wasn't even nearly close to yours.
Yeah. So challenge. Yeah. Anybody wants to come get some? Just come on. But yeah, we run into some challenges with not having enough volunteers, but we still love kids and want this to be a very family oriented. So bring your kids, let them see you doing this. And by all means, we had family that if it wasn't for them taking us hunting over the years, we wouldn't be sitting right here doing this. So get your kids involved in the outdoors, and you'll have memories to last you.
Yeah. And, one of the things, too, is, just come spectate.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking to some people down at the Skyline Lounge, and we were like, hey, you know what? They were from Ohio, and they were just traveling through. And they were like, what all is there to do up here in this area? And, we were talking, we was like, well, we're here for a Bowhunters challenge. It's like it's like a big CrossFit thing mixed with hunting and, shooting your bow and stuff like that. And they were like, no kidding. He was like, they do stuff like that? And I said, yeah. I said, y'all ought to come up and see it. So they did. They actually came up and checked it out. They stayed for 10 or 15 minutes, walked around, looked at some of the vendors, and, they were just, going to lunch that day. So I said, yeah, come up and check it out. You never know.
Yeah, we would definitely love to have more spectators. I think the head-to-head part is really something spectators would like.
Yes.
Especially once you get into those later rounds and there's clay pigeons flying everywhere and guys are running and puking, and shooting. It's exciting.
I didn't think that we were going to see puking, but we did.
My man.
And I was like,
Lucas Pucus.
Man. Lucas, it was almost like Exorcist puking. I mean, he's
I want to point out,
I didn't even get a warning either. I was standing right there.
This was after he won the thing.
It was
after he won.
Yeah,
and then let her.
He
rip.
didn't puke during the competition. No. He held her all in.
He dominated, and then he let her flow.
He did. Yeah. Wow.
Actually, I just saw Lucas this weekend. I was up at the Go Rodeo Archery Challenge with Chris and Chad. They were on your show.
Yep.
They were down at the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge. So, yeah, that was a great time. It was great to see those guys, and hopefully they can all come back to the Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge in 27. And in fact, there's like a core of like 20 or 30 of us guys that do these things, and we've got another one coming up in August, up in Benazet, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's the Keystone Elk Country Archery Challenge, I think is the full name. Pretty similar to what Jared and I put on down here with there'll be a big pack race and a head-to-head shoot and 3D, and they have actual elk up there, like real live elk. You can't shoot at them, but you can look at them.
Try if you want to. But.
No, they would frown upon.
If you want to spend some time in jail, you can.
Yeah, never ever get invited back to Pennsylvania. So that's August 14th and 15th. If anybody out there is looking for something active, if you're listening to me right now and you think this sounds cool, come on up to Benazet, August 14th and 15th. That's the Keystone Elk Country Archery Alliance.
Nice.
I think is the name of it.
What was you going to say, Dan?
No, I was just going to getting back to their event. What kind of brand support's getting involved for your next year, and also how does community support help with drive the quality of the prizes that you guys are giving out to these competitors?
Jared, I'll do brand support and you do community support. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. So we're still kind of putting together, all our media materials from 26 to show to our, our big corporate brands what we were about. And, thankfully there were companies like Wilderness Athlete and Mountain Tough and Kudu Point Broadheads, companies like that believed in us enough to jump on board in year one. And man, we really, really appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And then I'll lead this into Jared's community part here, but Archer's Edge, you got to start with them. I mean, they took care of us. They provided Matthew's Arc, brand new 26 bow to our champion.
Bridgeport also helped us out in Beckley. Rock is his name. He does wonderful work on bows. Hooked us up with the Darton bow, and
I just want to interrupt here for a second. Darton or Matthews? Which one do you think? No, I mean for you. Man, because I love my Matthews, but man, that Tri-Tech is a smooth looking piece of equipment.
I mean, I'm busting knocks at 20 yards, and I haven't went past that yet. So and that didn't.
He's shooting a Tri-Tech this year. Yeah.
Just because.
I got you.
A little aggravated with my Matthews in my area. Y'all let Bridgeport get a hold of those Matthews, and then we'll talk again. Sorry. But anyways, just had some rough stuff going on, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to give something else a try. So why not? He knows I like to go down rabbit holes, so I went down one and picked up a dart. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm still shooting both of them.
I like my Matthews.
I like my Matthews, too.
I used to shoot Matthews.
I shoot it really well.
I haven't shot Matthews in a long time. I go back to the MQ1 eras.
Wow. He's back there.
Yeah.
I will say I didn't shoot that Matthews worth of crap this weekend at the Go Rodeo, as everybody was there saw. However, I think I got it figured out.
What's the primary brand you see when it comes to a bow in most of these events that you're all going to?
Wow.
Probably Matthews, Hoyt, those two. I don't see many Bowtechs.
Remember seeing very many Bowtechs.
Do you think it's because of the weight, the let off, what do you think?
That's a good question. I mean, these are just hunting bows we're using. There ain't nothing special about this.
I mean, I was talking to Jason about the Matthews, and one of my frustrations with the Darton is Matthews accessories are pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to shop them out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of having to shop out my Darton stuff, which is fine. I enjoy looking up and building my own arrows and all that stuff, but you can, with Hoyt and probably Matthews, I've never shot a Hoyt. Don't plan on it. No offense, guys. Don't hate me for that one. There's reasons there for nothing. It's just real expensive. Just being honest.
Oh, it's all expensive, man.
Yeah. But, Matthews out the door, I mean, you just walk in and be like, oh, they do, in my opinion, in some ways, they have the best stabilizers. Quivers are sweet. Regretting buying a Darton right now. But
they give you a hat, too, when you buy a new Matthews.
They do. It's a very expensive hat.
Very expensive hat. And they throw a bow in for free.
Very expensive hat.
But, most, man, and that comes down to whatever you feel comfortable shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to bring a target bow out, probably not your best idea, but you can try it. It'd be tough to compete with a target bow with 20-inch long or 40-inch long stuff. But this is more of a hunting event anyway. So come and be tested with your hunting gear, because that's what we're doing this for.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're doing this.
Yeah. And awareness of fitness, I mean, that's one of the biggest things.
They go together, man. I don't understand why people separate those two, hunting and fitness. They are absolutely they're the same thing in my mind. Especially if you're doing, like Jared and I are both going to the Rockies here in 2 months.
Yeah.
So if you're not fit, you're not going to enjoy it, and you're probably not going to be successful.
So we had a listener that commented. His name is Leon Chartier.
My man.
Y'all know him?
Oh, yeah.
He said, I'm bummed I missed it. He said, planning on 2027 for sure. Currently listening while on the treadmill.
So Leon's from Massachusetts, and don't hold that against him. He's still a good dude. But, we competed together for years and years, man. And can I tell you a story real quick?
Yeah.
So Leon and I went to Denver years ago and competed in the Alpha Bow Hunting National Championships. I lost my first match, I'll admit it. But Leon went pretty deep. He made it into the money.
Nice.
And they wrote you a check, like a big old 5 foot, like a big old cartoon check, like they would give you like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
So I was Leon's ride to the airport. So we go to the airport, and he's got this big check, and he goes walk through security with it, and they're like, "Sir, you can't get on the plane with that." He's like, the hell I ain't. He's like, it's got my name on it right there.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah. So he got through security with it, and then he gets on the plane, and the stewardess is like, "Sir, you that has to go in the overhead compartment. You got to let me fold it up." Bottom line, so long story short, I've got a picture of Leon with both his arms around his 5 foot tall check, sitting in his chair like this,
funny.
Strapped in, ready to fly back across the country.
That's awesome.
And that check made it intact all the way back to Massachusetts.
That's awesome.
Denver Intergalactic didn't have nothing on Leon.
Yeah, it's something you wouldn't want to leave behind. I mean,
no, he's probably got it on the wall. If I'd want it, I'd put it on the wall.
I would too.
But yeah, shout out to Leon.
So Christopher Martin said, "Leon, let's do it, buddy."
Another big competitor there. Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah, I think Chris won. He probably won our 50. What was the age group there? 40 to 50. Yeah. Oh, and dude, I was looking at the scores.
Was he one of the first ones to come back?
He was, man. Yeah. And the guys that won that was it 50 and over?
Yeah, we did a 40 to 49 and then a 50.
The guys that won the 50 and over, they were all faster than the guys that won the 40 to 49.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Respect the graybeards, boys.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it was Andre? Man, Andre.
No, Andre, I don't think he was top 3. I think it was Chris, Chad, and Kenny Hollingsworth.
Yeah.
Which, shout out to Kenny. I wish him a get well soon. Ain't nothing wrong with him. I just think he could just do better in general. So get better, Kenny.
That's funny.
You know how you was talking fitness and hunting going hand in hand. You know, it's funny to say that, and people don't really think it, but once you kill that deer and start dragging it out, you realize how fitness and hunting go hand in hand.
How many people die of a heart attack every year dragging their deer out?
Dragging a deer out, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to do, man.
Oh,
It sure is.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
we talk about going to the Rockies, but shoot, right here, go down the holler somewhere and try to drag one, halfway up the ridge.
We got some good mountains in West
Oh,
Virginia.
buddy, yeah. Ain't nothing to
Southern part of
around
West
here.
Virginia, they got some mountains down
Got
there
some
that
good
you
ones.
get down in. I might need some help getting back up with a helicopter.
Hey, we grew up down there, man.
Yeah.
The sun would shine on my house about 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
It was so steep on either side
Pretty
of
much.
us.
Hamid said, can't wait for next year.
Hey, nobody's ever won the Appalachian Boner Challenge 2 years in a row.
That's true.
Wouldn't that be great?
That is
He's
true.
got to. He got to come back to defend that title.
Oh, yeah.
He has to.
I would have thought Jamie would have weighed in, but his eyes are probably swollen shut.
he
can't
did.
say, oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. I was looking at it right here, and
Yeah.
it just come through. He was talking about. He said, "Let's see here, hanging in there to get them stitches out on Friday." He was talking about his stitches, so he was commenting about that.
He said it was like a 2-mile-an-hour crash. They must have just must parked right on his face. That guy's-
Parked right on
poor
his
guy.
face.
That could have been bad. I mean, I don't mean to make light of it, but
Leon said, "Love Kenny Collinsworth and his shorts."
yeah, Kenny used to rock these silk American flag, like shorty shorts,
Yeah.
but he would only wear them on the podium when he was like standing up above everybody and you had to look up at his, it was awful. Yeah. Rocking the shorty shorts. I don't know if he wore them. It might have been too cold for him. He's a North Carolina boy. They're kind of thin-blooded down there.
Big shout out to our only female commander.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went home with probably $600, $700 worth of
Yeah.
prizes. She won the first place in every
Every event.
division. Yeah.
Love to see some more females come out and try because, I mean, we only had one. We'd
Yeah.
love to have 10 or 15. So it goes for you guys as well. I mean, I know it's tough. My wife has been working out and raising kids and working and all that. We'd love to have more women in archery because it kind of it's soothing to get out and shoot your bow and it helps. It helps me decompress some days. Me and Jason talk about that quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I'd love to see them. We were talking about wearing stuff. They normally wear a kilt. In their stuff. I'd love to see the kilts next year if y'all are on here listening.
So getting into like the physicality and getting ready for next year, I told you while I was there, I said, man, I'd love to participate in this. And I said, if I'm going to even try it, I need to start now.
Yeah.
So what kind of recommendations are you giving people that aren't normally doing something like this?
I would say do exactly like you're doing. Start. The best day to start training for something like this is yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next best day is today. Okay, and you don't have to go out and do 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 chin-ups and crap like that. Go walk to the mailbox and back. All right. Hey, that's a good day one.
Yeah.
All right. Then day 2, rest. Day 3, go a little bit farther, and then eventually get you a backpack and put a water bottle in it. Do that for a week or 2, then put 2 water bottles in it. And hey, you might have some cool trails around your neighborhood you never knew about. Go check those out. Get somebody else that's training for it and talk to them.
I've been, opened up to the trails down there at Ridenour Park, and then there's some more down in Hurricane that I want to go try.
Right on.
But, it's gotten me into a different thing. Because I've never been, and I've talked about this too, I've never been like a hiker.
Yeah, well, what's the point of hiking?
But,
that's what you do to get your tree stand.
Yeah,
That's
but
how
I've always been an outdoorsman. I've always hunted. I've always fished, and you're doing this while you're doing that, but you kind of don't look at it in the same aspect.
If you do this in August, May, June, July, August, you're going to be so much better in October and November, and you're going to enjoy it so much better, and you're not going to have sweat running down the crack of your butt,
I can tell a difference after the second day that I've done it. So I'm in day 6 now, and I'm still just doing them by days because I want to keep track of how many days I actually did it. And those days are kind of split up between maybe a week in between that I didn't get to do one. But I think there was only 1 week that I haven't got to do something in that 6-day period, which is like 6 weeks.
Awesome.
But I plan to try to get more involved and try to get more time to do those.
Something really cool that you could do, find a 5K.
Yeah.
If it's 6 or 8 weeks out, and then go on the internet and just download a free 5K prep program. Right. And then 5K is a real manageable distance, and it'll kind of get you in the habit of doing something on a schedule. And you put a target on the calendar. You got to be ready by this point.
Set a goal.
Yeah.
That's another reason why we wanted to announce the date, here kind of early, so people can put that on the calendar.
Get ready.
And get ready.
Yeah, for sure. So, like a bow hunter test, why is the challenge the ultimate practice for high country western hunts or even just rugged Appalachian mountain hunts?
Yeah, because of the physical aspect to both of these things, to the challenge and to hunting in the Rockies and hunting in the, some of this deep public land we got in West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's not flip-flops and shorts in the backyard, man.
Riding side-by-sides and four-wheelers everywhere. Challenge yourself to get out. And we hunt in Monroe County down in what's the National Forest down there?
Washington.
Yeah.
Or Jefferson
National Forest.
Jefferson,
there's no four-wheelers allowed. So that does challenge you more getting out and walking. I think we hunted a bit this past November, and we both kind of took a break from working out because we just got back from our elk hunts, and you kind of get burnt out and working out. But it was nice to me and him hiked up to a little area. It was just nice to be able to get out, and man, I wasn't out of breath walking up that hill.
Yeah,
and it was hot. But yeah, get out and just challenge yourself. And I tell people a lot of times, just win the day. Like it's real easy to be like, oh, I don't feel like it, or my belly hurts, or like I told Jason, I drove to Morgantown back to Beckley, then come up here. I was going to run, but you know what? I laid down, took a nap, so now I'm going to punish myself later tonight. But just win. Win. You can't always win, but if you lose a day, it's all right.
Yeah, it's a mental thing for sure. Yeah. Don't let your body win that fight.
Yeah.
You got to keep pushing and just do it, because there's plenty of times that when it comes to me, I'm gonna go do a hike, or when we were out there fishing on the beach, I didn't want to really do 2.5 miles with that backpack, 2 fishing poles, and it was like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
And it was 93 degrees.
Yeah.
But I was like, I haven't had one in. I'm not going to be able to get one in this week. I may as well do it now.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty good.
Our time on this planet is so limited. We're just the universe expressing itself as a person just for a little bit of time. And of that time, even a smaller portion of that, are we physically capable of doing this stuff?
Yeah.
Don't waste it.
Yeah.
It's so precious, man. Don't waste it.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. I go with a buddy of mine. I've been trying to get BJ. He helps us out here on the podcast. He's at a union meeting tonight, so he wasn't able to make it. Of course, we've got Caleb out. Caleb's, he's on tour right now, so thoughts and prayers out for him while he's on, his tour, and his family while they're still here without him. So, but yeah, we've got him out, and then Dan. He's on the phone now, but he's working out of town. So,
Dan, are you going to compete with us in 27? Come on, man.
It's if I can get my knee fixed before that, yes.
All right.
But that's the whole.
Uh-oh.
off.
You cut out there, Dan.
He's been on my butt about it, so.
We'll get that knee
I'm
fixed,
just
man.
saying, if I can get my knee fixed.
Yeah.
I've pushed it off so many times because of work. So we'll see what happens. I had an appointment, had to cancel it, but I'll get there.
Well, I hope you can get it fixed, man. And in all these hotels that you're staying in on the road working, maybe they got a treadmill. Maybe you can get in there and get some steps in after your knee gets fixed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I take my service dog with me, so me and him go out and we'll walk some trails if I can find some around us. If not, we walk down the roads or sidewalks and what have you,
Sure.
So I'm getting some steps in for sure. So we just got to continue to do it. That's the thing.
Jamie said, "Quit picking on me, guys.
Quit doing dumb stuff."
Oh gosh. So registration.
Yeah,
Any?
I was
Go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead,
You
Mike.
got it.
Oh, okay. No, I was going to ask about the registration and early bird info. When's the registration date actually open?
We're going to open that up later this summer. I just want to make sure that the website is, and we completely redid the website. I say we, but I mean he fixed it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're all good there. We've got some more media, some more videos and pictures that we're trying to get out. I want to get that done, and then I think we'll probably go ahead and open registration at the end of the summer. I had originally said we were going to wait until the winter, but enough people have, expressed interest in signing up that there's really no reason to wait.
Right.
Yeah, so probably end of the summer. We'll make an announcement and try to get the word out there when it is actually open.
Go ahead and give those dates one more time.
It'll be April 30th and May 1st at Winter Place Ski Resort in Gent, West Virginia.
April 30th.
Now, with the opening in the summer, will you have any early bird incentives, any perks for those who do sign up as soon as you open it there and just end of the summer?
I hadn't really thought about that. We are an incredibly good deal as it is already. Like I said, I do these events all over the country, and honestly, we give away better prizes and charge less money than anybody out there. And we almost sold out last year, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I would like to maybe talk about the particulars of the event for people. If people are listening to us now that maybe didn't compete, or if people are just now hearing about this, maybe we could talk about what they're going to be expected to do.
Yeah, sure.
So what we did last year and what we will do again this year is it's going to be a Friday and Saturday event. Friday at 4 o'clock or so, we will start our Mountain Challenge 5K. Now, for this Mountain Challenge 5K, you got to have 4 arrows. When I call your heat, you're going to come up to the line. You and 9 of your closest friends will come to full draw and hold for 30 seconds. You'll shoot an arrow. You'll take your second arrow and you'll shoot that. You're shooting at a 3D target 30 yards out. Then you're going to set your bow down and you're going to take your weighted pack around our 5K loop. It's got 1,000 feet of elevation in it. I think it all comes in one glorious chunk right there.
Pretty much uphill the whole way.
Yeah, that's something that Jamie kept telling me. He's like, man, I didn't realize it would be uphill the whole way until it was incredibly downhill.
Yeah.
And then it was really uphill after that. He's like, there's nowhere to rest on it. So, yeah, but it's only 2.5 miles.
It's not bad.
It's not even 5K. So you do that loop and you'll come back into where you left your bow and you got to shoot 2 more times at that same target.
Yep.
And then you cross the finish line and we'll stop your time. Now, if you shoot really well, if you shoot a 12 ring, for every 12 that you shoot, we'll take 2 minutes off your score.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to say we'll give you a side-by-side right up.
It's defeating the whole purpose of why we're doing this. But that's so it's not a cross-country meet. Okay, you don't have to be the fastest kid in the world. If you shoot straight and you survive this 5K, you're going to do well. So that's Friday, and then Friday evening we'll have catered dinner again. I would imagine we had awesome.
Great food.
Yeah, we got good food Friday night.
What Mexican place was that from?
El Mariachi. We was talking about community, and they do a lot for the community in that area. They're all time giving away. I know I do travel baseball sometimes, and we went in. They gave us 20% of their profits for the night.
Wow!
I mean, and they do that for all the sports: soccer, basketball, football, and Jose there. Talked to him, and he was really excited. He's like, "Why didn't you tell me you was doing this before? We could have done a better deal." I said, "Well, I'm not sure."
But yeah, awesome food, and there was tons of it too.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. And we had the big fireplace going inside. Go ahead.
Before you hit on Saturday's events things, like you was talking about a side-by-side ride, I'm sure you could probably get a free side-by-side ride if you pass out. I'm sure that's part of the
Depends on where you pass out. If you're up on the mountain and pass out, you'll probably roll all the way back down to the flat spot.
Or
there were some ditches.
If I don't compete, Jared will take me up there and just show me the hills.
I did take you around. We talked.
We had a free ride around through there.
We did have a pretty ride. I can get the side-by-side about halfway.
What are some of like your safety protocols? Just let like the local fire department come out and assist or anything like that?
We had ski patrol there, and he was awesome there the whole time. And then like Jared was saying earlier, with our insurance requirements, we had designated shooting areas and shooting times. I had to make an announcement when the range was hot, when the range was cold. And then the way Jared designed the 3D course, perfectly safe. There was no kind of overlapping fields of fire there. It was, I think we said this on the last podcast. We all know what happened at TAC in West Virginia 2 years ago. So we didn't have any targets where you pull your arrow and then keep walking. You pull your arrow, go back to your bow, go up the hill to the next target. And that was very specific. And I don't think we had any kind of safety issues whatsoever.
It seemed like it went smoothly pretty well.
And we'll keep all that in 27, I think.
And then also on site, they, some people may know what these are, but AEDs. So that's a good plus of having it there and having people qualified to use them. That helps as well. I know an AED can save lives. So
for sure,
I was happy that they had their ski patrol there. And Zach and Josh also were there all weekend, and just they loved the event, and they were the ones. The day of we was finishing up, I was sitting there talking to Josh. He said, "So what about next year?" I'm like, "Got to get past this one." But they were excited. They loved it, and go back to the community. We didn't get back to the community. Josh and them are trying to get more stuff there. They're doing a bike race August 22nd and 23rd.
Okay.
Part of the WV Enduro series, I think is what I read. They're trying to get the community together more. Fitness. I know this is a great story, and I will tell it for as long as I know Josh. So his daughter and my daughter are about the same age, and we go over to the elementary school that they both go to, and lo and behold, my wife and him are at the same little stage, giving out candy. Well, I walk in, "Hey, Josh, how are you?" And I just get to watch Josh interacting with these kids. And what he does, he has a wheel. You spin the wheel. One will say free candy. The other one will say 5 burpees or 5 air squats. So he's making these kids sit there and do air squats, and half of them don't even know what they are. But, that goes to show you, he's into the fitness.
Yeah.
And Josh and Zach, they both do races, and they walk that area. But to be a part of the community and just get to see and watch people. I enjoy watching people work with kids, and he works with those kids and watching them do jumping jacks. And sometimes kids don't know how to do jumping jacks, and that makes my heart happy for some reason. I don't know why, but to watch someone, and he gives out prizes. He gives out inner tube, free inner tubes for the kids that, if they do so many burpees or whatever, they don't just get candy there. But yeah, that's something that I really enjoyed watching Josh do.
Well, I don't know for a fact, but it doesn't seem like to me that fitness is the biggest key like it used to be when we were younger in school. I mean, gym's not like a thing anymore. It's like they go and they sit on their phones or something.
They run around. My son, I asked him one day because he's 14 going into high school. I was like, hey, so what'd you do in gym today? Ran around. We played this one game where you jump up and hit the ball a little bit. Mike, I remember doing what was it, the presidential.
We had challenges. We had
challenges.
Fitness test.
Yeah. And I still to this day I can't do a pull up, but by God I can hang on that daggone pole. I just throwing that out there. I never could do a pull up, but
and they don't even get hit in the face with a big red rubber ball.
I know, right? I still get scars and see a basketball.
Dodgeball was great.
Oh,
There's a lot of physical fitness in dodgeball.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of bending, a lot of getting up, a lot of running, a lot
5 Ds.
You know.
We called it war ball at Matheny.
Yeah, it was war because we took it serious. Whether you know it, we're probably some of the most competitive people you'll ever meet. Our family.
Yeah.
We get serious. But, no, I mean, I'm like, I look at, programs in Texas, you look at those kids but their middle school kids have a full workout program that they can sign up and get on.
Mm-hmm.
My son's not allowed to touch it because he doesn't play football.
Yeah.
We love baseball. Sorry, guys. But it goes to, it's not pushed on kids as much anymore. And then the food is kind of not the best at schools either. So
No, that's true. Yeah. Right. So, vision for the future, regional impact. The Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, in my opinion, is helping out West Virginia, putting West Virginia on the map for a destination to come and be able to do things like this. Not only, in a competition, but just our hunting and our land and our terrain.
Yeah. A
lot of people don't know about that. We talk about turkey hunting all the time, and they're like, oh, I brought some guys here from Alabama, and they're like, these mountains is not like anything like we've seen before in Alabama. I was like, you're in West Virginia. They call us the Mountain State for a reason.
Yeah, we had competitors from 7 different states last year, I think, and I've told you the story about my 2 buddies from Eastern North Carolina that pulled up and almost backed out and went back to Carolina. Yeah, after looking at that, like you said, the mountain that they were going to have to climb. But it's in the media. If you believe everything you hear, West Virginia is the worst place in the world. We're all dying of heart disease and cancer and stuff, and it ain't necessarily true, man. It's a beautiful place that we got here, and if Jared and I can put on this event and show one of the better aspects of living in the Appalachians, then we're happy to do it.
So we discussed, we've discussed fitness a lot and physical fitness. One of the things that we haven't mentioned is like a mental fitness.
Right.
So like this whole event, it seems like to me that it brings people together, and it gets you out of isolation.
Yeah, that's a huge key, man.
And that was what we talked to the guys from the Goat Rodeo about. That's one of their biggest things is getting people out of isolation, getting you into a group setting to where you can communicate and you can have people that you can lean on. You know what I mean?
And that's what comes out of this naturally, and I'm not sure why that is. But
it does.
Exactly like you said, man. When we go through these hardships together, it forms bonds, and you get everybody's just really supportive. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about that on the drive down here. I was like, why is that? What is special about our community that makes it so supportive? And I didn't come up with an answer, but I can just, it really and truly is. Like when we're doing these head-to-head portions of the competition, guys are giving it everything they've got to win. And some big prizes are on the line, too, for winning this. But as soon as it's over, it's hugs and handshakes and good job. And, I got you, man. Good work. And I don't know why it is, but it happens every time.
Yeah, Dan can tell us about that. He's a military guy. So how's that? It kind of falls in line with your camaraderie when it's you got your brothers and sisters in the military and law enforcement, public safety, different things like that. You have that camaraderie and that closeness. You look at your partner.
It's a lot of mindset too.
Yeah.
You all have basically the same mindset of the thing, and you can lean on each other and you get to support each other through it and see everybody's accomplishments and even watch the failures and lift them up during and after the failures,
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And it's, I'm not comparing hunting in the backcountry to being a, law enforcement or first responder or anything like that.
No.
it's that support. You got to have that support there. Like I know if something happens to me and I'm deep in the backcountry, that Jared's got my back. Mm-hmm. He's going to make sure that he gets me out there. And I know that because we've been in some sticky situations together. And I've seen him do these competitions, and I know he's got that steel in there.
Comparing it to those different, professions and then the military, it's more like the bond that's created.
Yeah.
So that's where we were trying to go with that. Like the bond that's created there is the same thing. And Christopher Martin just said, we love to suffer together. So, I mean, that's one of the things. I think it's a man thing.
Embrace the suck.
It is, man.
Embrace
it
the
is.
whole cup of it.
Yeah. You get told growing up that being a man's wrong,
the suck.
but men do cool stuff.
Yeah.
And it's cool to be one.
What was you saying, Dad?
Embrace the suck.
Like that saying, embrace the suck.
Cup and pour it out.
Yeah. All right, Dan, would you have anything else that you'd like to talk about before we go?
No, I think we covered it. I can hit on some more promo codes if you want me to.
Well, let's have them go ahead and give their website out, information where people can contact you. We'll go ahead and talk about the date one more time. We have a ticker scrolling at the bottom of the screen now with the date there. So, Appalachian Bowhunter Challenge, April 30th and May 1st, 2027. Winter Place Ski Resort in Gent, West Virginia. And tell them when you're going to put the registration out.
Oh, I don't know. end of the summer, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're still both preparing to go out.
Jared and I are both in like elk mindset right now. So,
oh, no, I hear you.
So it might be, if it's not before September, it'll be early October.
No,
AppalachianBowhunterChallenge.com. That's our website. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We're pretty easy to find.
Yep. You search it on Google, it'll take you right there. Mm-hmm. We have a QR code up on the screen there that you can visit their website. And, we have the ticker at the bottom of the screen. And, Jason's on Facebook. I don't know about Jared, but any questions you guys have, they've always been responsive to, anything that I've asked or, commented about. But even before we started doing the podcast stuff together. So, great guys to deal with. And like I said, they've put on an awesome event. So, looking forward to 2027.
Looking forward to seeing you out there, man. I got a feeling you're going to do well. You got that sneaky look about you.
Buddy, I hope so.
I think you're going to do great. Keep training, man.
I got to get Dan out there with me.
Yep.
I got to get Dan out there with me. I got to get BJ, and definitely I think Caleb's going to do it. If Caleb's here.
We can't have Caleb. He'll smoke us all.
It sounds like a challenge. I got some guys that we'll put him up against.
He's a sapper guy in the military, so he's in on that training stuff. But, yeah. So, guys, be sure to check us out on Carbon TV, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Instagram, Facebook, and Rumble. A lot of people don't know about Rumble because they look towards it as like a news or political thing, but there's outdoor stuff on there. There's hunting, there's fishing, outdoor channels on there, and we're on there. So we broadcast live on there, and, we're thankful and blessed to have our new partner with the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources that we let our ad out this evening for that, and we made the announcement on June 1st, right before the 4th of July, and we've had an amazing response for that. Just on the one post that we had over 11,000 some people.
Wow.
Yes.
Contact
through that event, and that was great. So, West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, they do great things for West Virginia, and we're very appreciative of the things that they do to keep our state in the condition that it's in for everybody to enjoy. And, everybody across the country, we want to let it out and be known that West Virginia is a place to come, hunt, fish, and enjoy the outdoors, for everything.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening tonight. Thanks for watching our lives. And, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. A big thanks to Cabela's, 200 Terrace Boulevard, Charleston, West Virginia, for their packages that they've got here. They've got what all you got in there? Did you try that beef jerky?
Tried. Almost finished it.
I got one piece out.
This will definitely be in my pack in Wyoming, and that is precious real estate in that backpack. Only the best gets in there because I got to carry it.
There you go. But that's some good stuff, isn't it?
That will be in my pack in Wyoming.
The Johnny Moore steak strips. I'm telling you.
I don't know how I didn't know about this.
Well,
I'm a turkey guy.
Everybody that we introduce them to seems to not know, but I'm like, once you know, you know. And you'll keep going back and getting them. They're only offered at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, so it is a Jack Link's beef jerky, but they only do that signature series for Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's.
I've gotten Bass Pro Shops 4 minutes from my house.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, we'll be stocked up.
All right, Dan. Well, thanks for joining us on the call, buddy. We appreciate it. Safe travels.
Yep, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming in, joining us, and glad you could be in studio. It's a good time in studio. We have a good time.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
We sure do. All right, guys. Well, we sure appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you. Do you want durable 100% carbon fiber arrows? Warhead Arrow Company. Warhead Arrow Company is 100% carbon fiber constructed hunting arrows with bone-shattering penetration. Durable, tough, yet reliable when it comes to the moment of truth. Their target arrows are world-class in accuracy and precision, an arrow that target archers can depend on to reach the top of their game. Warhead Arrow Company. Check them out today at warheadarrowco.com. That's Warhead Arrow Company. warheadarrowco.com.
This episode of On the Limb podcast is brought to you in part by Apparition Scents, an outdoor and sporting goods company based in Dilliner, Pennsylvania. All of their scents are developed and hand-bottled with strict attention being paid to every detail. Contact them today at 724-9987646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com. 100% lethal or your money-back guaranteed. Get a hold of them today at 724-9987646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com.